in this edition of RPPV News. A teenager is arrested for attempted armed robbery, a royal commission is confirmed, and Love Your Sister comes to the peninsula. Hello, I'm Catie Sharp. Welcome to the latest edition of RPPV News, bringing you stories from across the Mornington Peninsula. A 15-year-old boy from Rye has been arrested following an attempted armed robbery in Capel Sound earlier this month. At about 12 noon on the 2nd of April, a teenager entered a food store on Illaroo Street, where he allegedly produced an imitation firearm and demanded cash. Police reached out to the community to try to identify the boy, and this week detectives arrested a 15-year-old seizing an imitation firearm. The Rye teenager was charged with attempted armed robbery and possession of an imitation firearm and was bailed to appear before a children's court at a later date. Susan Bissinger was sworn in as the new councillor for the Nepean ward this week. She takes the seat of Hugh Fraser, who resigned from the Mornington Peninsula Shire last month. This means the Shire now has 7 women on its 11-person council, one of the highest representations of women on a local council in Victoria. Susan joins Deputy Mayor Sarah Race in representing the communities of Tookarook, Rye, Blairgowrie, Sorrento and Portsea. Good news for the families of veterans this week. As we commemorate Anzac Day, it has been confirmed there will be a royal commission into veteran suicides in Australia. Local MP Peter Murphy has been campaigning for the commission along with fellow MP Jackie Lambie, who was herself a corporal in the Australian Army. Ms Murphy told RPPFM's Peninsula Talk Show that this was proof that enough pressure from the community can lead a government to change its mind. Frankston is running out of prime industrial estate. The Committee for Greater Frankston told RPPV that a lack of land is forcing businesses to move out of the area in order to expand, and it's impacting the region's development. We spoke to Ginevra Hosking, Committee CEO.
The Carrum Downs Industrial Estate, which is the heart of Frankston's manufacturing sector, is amazing. It's a third of Frankston's economy and employs 8,600 people. But in 2020, so in the middle of COVID, the last last vacant blocks of industrial land sold in Frankston, which has created a real problem for the successful businesses that are looking to expand. At the moment, I think they're trying to buy up sort of neighbouring factories and punch holes through the walls, but sooner or later you get to the point where as these very successful manufacturing businesses, they need to move to production plants. And I think that's the important question is where do we see Frankston's modern manufacturing sector going, and what's the future for high-tech industry in Frankston? Look, one of the exciting things about Frankston is, and the Carrum Downs precinct particularly, is just how successful it has been for manufacturing businesses. Because of the great arterial road network, but also the connections into Dandenong's heavy industry, it's allowed really high-tech manufacturing sectors and encouraged skilled labour to actually cluster in here. So 60% of Melbourne's manufacturing actually happens in this sort of Dandenong South Carrum Downs region. To encourage them, I think one of the challenges is to work out, where we let them grow up to, and what is it that actually allows these businesses to have new opportunities. Look, Frankston Council has recently assigned $100,000 to their budget for next year to actually do a detailed industrial land strategy and plan for the expansion growth. So there's 6 areas that the federal government has identified as core to manufacturing in Australia, and in Carrum Downs we're really proud to be home to 3 of those. One of them is innovation in medical products and medical innovation. We've got use of recycling and circular economy based products like Replas, which is recycling plastics into bollards and building products, and food and beverage. So we have some of the most innovative food and beverages, including Orgran, which actually exports gluten-free and sugar-free, gluten-free, vegan and dairy-free products to 75 countries. Look, the new incoming council's very proactive. They've recognised that there's been a deficit of thinking here, and that these are the heart of Frankston's job. It's where our young people are going to be employed in the future, and they've made a very strong commitment to get on and come up with a solution.
Frankston City's annual hard waste collection has begun. The council provides one free annual hard waste collection of 2 cubic metres to help dispose of large household items such as furniture, mattresses, carpets and white goods. It does not include gas bottles, batteries or chemicals. Residents should receive a brochure 2 weeks before the collection takes place. If your unwanted items are reusable, donate them to a charity instead. Go to the Frankston Council website to check when collections are happening in your street and what you can leave out as hard rubbish. And the Love Your Sister team is coming to the Peninsula. Founder Samuel Johnson spoke to RPPV this week about the launch of their new book, Dear Mum, a collection of letters from notable Australians to their mothers. Samuel talked about why the book was so important to him and to the charity.
Our family has been characterised by an absence of mums. And when I started this fundraising caper on behalf of my sister, inadvertently and unbeknownst to us, it led to me getting a lot of mums. And I've got so many surrogate mums around the country who all take such great care of me. And so whilst I feel I missed out in the mum game early on, I feel like now I'm overcompensated because it is indeed mums that I represent in the cancer space through my work with breast cancer. So it's the most personal a project of mine can get. I mean, normally I'm playing pretendies and pretending to be Molly Meldrum, or I'm playing myself dancing on a dancing show, or this forced me to go deep within, and I've got to say it's done me more good than 100 sessions on a couch would have.
He also talked about his very personal connection with Frankston and the Peninsula.
Yeah, can I say hi to anyone who's listening that I went to school with?
Please do so.
Yeah, and I'm hoping I might run into some of them at our pop-ups that we're doing in the area. I used to spend all night at Mornington. I used to do all-nighters at Mornington Pier. I used to hang around in Frankston. I went to school in Mornington. I lived in Mount Martha. It's very much a homecoming for me. And to any of my old mates, please come and say hi.
Samuel will be signing copies of Dear Mum at pop-up market stalls across the peninsula over the next couple of weeks. You can find out where he'll be at the Love Your Sister website. Now to Nicola with the coming week's weather report.
Hello, I'm Nicola with your RPPV 7-day weather forecast. Today, the 24th of April, we are here at the beautiful Pulpero Winery in Red Hill. Established in 2006, Pulpero also features a cellar door, a restaurant and cosy accommodation. The weather today brought us a cool day with some showers in the late morning and early afternoon. We reached a high of 17 and a low of 9. Sunday brings much the same situation with 80% chance of rain. It will be mostly overcast with a high of 17 and a low of 10. Monday sees the rain easing slightly, bringing us a high of 17 and a low of 11. On Tuesday, the rain will ease further, bringing us another mostly overcast day with a top of 17 and a low of 11. Wednesday, the 28th of April, sees those showers almost disappearing with a top of 17 and a low of 8. On Thursday, a partly cloudy day will see the mercury climbing a little to bring us a high of 19 and a low of 9. And finally, Friday sees the sun returning with a top of 19 and a low of 9. Well, that's all for this week. Don't forget to check out the Pulpero website, pulperowines.com.au, to learn more about this stunning winery and farm. Until next week, take good care and don't forget to bring your brollies.
And on to our surfing guru Muzz with the Surf Report.
Morning and welcome to this week's Mornington Peninsula Surf Report. Today's Thursday, so as we can see we're well into an autumn-winter weather pattern now, with westerlies around the northwesterlies, maybe a bit of southwest in it. Swell's meant to jump quite dramatically this afternoon into tomorrow and be pretty solid. Winds should be reasonably good, should be west-northwest, and looking at the weather, it's pretty much going to remain that way right through this whole week, although the swell will gradually fade out, but there should be waves pretty much in Western Port Bay if that's your choice of surfing the whole time. Otherwise, a ferry trip over the west coast will deliver you pretty solid waves the next few days. Pick of the days will be Friday into Saturday, and then I think Monday and Tuesday should be all right as well. So enjoy this week's surfing, and I'll see you next week.
And that's all from our team here at RPPV News, serving the community with stories that matter to you. Keep watching and do tell your friends. Bringing you the news from coast to coast across the Mornington Peninsula, I'm Catie Sharp. See you for the next edition.